Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio is a little bit of a weird light in here, so it takes me away a little bit. So do apologize about that. Just don't want to shut the light out because it's just really beautiful when it comes in. Before we get into your monthly read, this is your monthly read for September. I just want to say that I've started to offer personal readings, private readings. So if you're interested in that, please check out the description box down below where you find all the information about it. Scorpio, for the month of September, we're going to start with an overall energy here, an underlying undercurrent that is sort of brewing underneath everything, and that we're sort of coming from, we're reading from that place. And then we're going to clarify everything and get to your messages. At the end of this reading, we're going to see if the angels wants to come in and give you some additional meaning. Battle of the Blues. Interesting. There's something that makes you feel tired right now. Something that you might be on this little journey right now where it feels like you're right about when you're getting ready to go or getting ready to move forward. Something else sort of comes in, or something in your body, something around you just makes it not so. Like it just feels like, okay, I'm finally on my way. No, I'm not. I'm finally on my way. No, I'm not. So there can be a little bit of a fatiguing situation for you where you feel like you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, or like 1 step forward and 2 steps back. It's just, yeah, from the looks of it, you might rest your case. You might just, okay, like I need to do something about this. I need to change direction. I just need to do something about it so that you get out of that rut, if you will. Let's see how much this plays into this. This is the underlying current there for the month of September. So, why is this here for Scorpio, please? I also sense that, like, for someone, it can just be that, that's not so just, but like, it can be something like you're growing tired of something that you've done for a while. Like, you want to see a shift or a different direction. Like if you run this company or been in this company for a while, you're getting tired of your work habit, your work load. If you run your own business, it's like, yeah, you've done the same thing over a period of time now, and you're getting a little bit like you're not as challenged anymore, and you're looking to change course in that. Can even be in a relationship. Okay. For Scorpio, please. The first one is the moon, which is sort of no surprise. We are just about, we already have it? Had it. The new moon in Virgo. I had a new moon in Virgo. And also, Scorpio, I usually just call you my moon children. Like, you're so connected with the moon itself. We have the Knight of Michael, which is a fast-moving energy. There's a new energy on the horizon, a new energy coming in. Can also be the promise of a message that you've been waiting to hear about. Together with another knight. So we have 2 knights coming out there, Scorpio. So there's movement forward. There's a new energy coming in for sure. So if you've been feeling like fatigued, down and out, like, nothing's moving forward, it doesn't move forward the way I want to, here's your shift. The month of September seems to be the shift. Can we clarify what this energy is on the table, please, for Scorpio for the month of September? Feels like one more. There you go. Wow. So we have the light and we have fertility. This is what I mean. There is such... And Scorpio, you're my... What are you? 7th sign. And so there's a bunch of readings that I've done for the month of September before this, like a bunch of energies. And more often than not, it's the promise of a big shift. So I feel like when that comes out over and over again, there is something quite grand happening here collectively. There is a change. Like there's a lot of people being sick and tired of their situations. There's a lot of change, like people asking for change right now, asking to get out of a situation like they just don't. It's just a feeling of enough is enough. Enough is enough. For some, and that can vary, Scorpio. This is going to vary for because it's a general read. So it's going to be different for everyone what it's about, and it's going to be different on the scale of how grand or how small this feels. So I just feel like for some, this can be like enough is enough. I'm ready to like throw in the towel. I just don't want to be a part of this anymore. And another one is like, okay, I need to just do something different because obviously this is not working. Like, and there's like the big emotional scale in between there. So for you guys who just really cannot stand it anymore, I am sending you the biggest hug. And you, the rest are just fine. So you don't need any hug. No, of course you get a hug as well. I just mean if there's a feeling of giving up, don't, because September seems to be the breakthrough here. So if we revisit this card again, Battle of the Blues, take steps toward positive change. This is also like we've rested the sword there. Do you see that you put down the sword? Like there's a woman there laying in the creek. She's just laying in the, like, amongst whatever stuff is in that creek with the water. And the sword, like she's put down the sword to rest. So there could be like a fight or a conflict that has been going on with someone for a while. And so that might be the thing that you just feel, for some of your Libras, that you feel like whatever you do, you start to see like some sort of brightening, some sort of promise of a light at the end of the tunnel. Like there's a breakthrough with a communication with someone. There's a breakthrough. This might have been like a conflict or like a drama situation that has been going on for like, it can be like months or even years. It's something that hasn't been resolved. And just when you think that the people or the company or the person on the other end of this discussion is like, finally you're starting to get into terms with each other, you're starting to see some sort of resolution, there isn't one. So I just feel like it's like you rest your case in this communication in particular, like Scorpio has had enough. Is like you just do whatever you want to do, because it clearly, like, I'm not gonna push for anything anymore. I'm not gonna try to state my case anymore. I'm not gonna try to have you understand where I come from even. I'm just like, I'm over this. It's like it has gotten to a point where it's like it just messes with your overall life. It messes with your overall well-being. That there's a constant, and this might not be like that you're face to face with someone and you're like in such argument. It's just that depleting, is that the word? Like this fatiguing, depleting, when you're sort of not really on the right foot with someone, but you're sort of somewhat on the wrong foot with them. It doesn't thoroughly get resolved, but it doesn't blow up in your face either. It just sort of simmers there. And it is freaking draining. It might have worked a couple of years ago. It might have worked even a couple of months ago. But you're coming to a place, Scorpio, we feel this shift here now. Like you have the 2 nights coming out. We have the light and fertility. So there's a big promise of this big shift here. And the lighter you get, a beautiful analogy is, if you think of a bike and you turn that bike upside down, I don't know if you guys did this. When I was very, very young, like as small children, we would turn these bikes upside down and like spin the wheel as fast as we could, and then throw rocks in it. Like see if we could like throw a rock that really would pass through, or like sticks or whatever that would pass through the wheel. And the faster you spun that thing, the smaller the window Like anything you try to throw at it it just exploded back at you. When you weren't really spinning the wheel, when it sort of just started like really going so very, very slow, obviously you could put a rock there, same rock, through that thing, because it was turning so very slow. My metaphor here is that, like, when your energy is slower, when your vibration is on a lower level, even though someone actually yells in your face, or even though someone throws rocks at you, we hope that has never happened, or sticks or whatever, like metaphorically, being on a lower level energetically or a lower level vibrationally, it sounds weird, but it's not as hurtful and it's not as hard or tough. You won't feel it as bad or as much as if you start to really raise that vibration of yours and you really come up in that high frequency, like that wheel. Now the same thing, the same yelling in your face or the same throwing of rocks at you, it's like any small little thing is going to blow up because you're so high in your vibration now. Does this make any sense? That whatever worked a couple of years ago, or whatever, like I said, even worked a couple of months ago, it just won't go well over anymore with you because you've done enough work with yourself. You put yourself in a situation where you're just, the smallest thing, the littlest thing that is out of sync with that vibration is going to feel like a major thing. You're just not having any of it. You're moving on, Scorpio, and that is a good thing. We have the moon here, which is I'm going to read out. It says the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. So the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition. We have the opportunity here as you have sort of decided that, no more, enough is enough, and whatever scale, in whatever situation. You're just sort of, no, it's supposed to get easier than this. It's supposed to be easier than this. I'm supposed to have like a calmer life. This is not what I signed up for. That makes you it really makes you be able to shift the way you want it to. And as you just start to really pay attention to your intuition of where you're going, perhaps even follow the moon cycles, like however much of a moon child you are, Scorpio, really listen to what's going on with the moon cycles. When it's the best to, on a sunny day, you go out and you maybe even go swimming because it's such a beautiful sunny day out, and you go for a picnic. But if it's a rainy day and it's really, really cold, it's not the day that you sort of decide to go to the beach or decide to go for a picnic, because you're going to get really, really wet and it's going to destroy the food, and it's going to, it's not bigger than that, but it's still that. It's still listening to, because energetically we sort of have sunny and rainy days as well. Does that make sense? And so if you just pay attention to where's the moon cycles at right now? What's going on in the ethers? Where's the energy right now? Is this a sunny day or is this a rainy day? And a rainy day doesn't mean that stuff is bad. It just means that you're working accordingly. You can have a picnic inside. Like you just change the course a little bit. So it's something about, okay, enough is enough, and you're changing a direction. You're not sitting in this situation anymore. Let's just say that. However strong or small, whatever it is or not, it is. You're changing it. And the way you change it is to change with the seasons. It's to change with the moon cycles. It's like where's but rather than feeling the wind, you feel the energy. Where's it at? Like, where do I move now? And just trust that guidance. That guidance is coming from your very within and knows exactly where you want to go. So just pay attention to that. I see a little dog there next to you. So there might be just friendly companionships on the path. It might just be, that beautiful friends are showing up, walking the same path. You might have felt a little bit alone on this path before. You haven't even been on that path really. So when you're starting to really set into this new direction, there might be people showing up, walking alongside with you. As you make this decision, there's a quick moving energy coming in. A quick moving energy, because we have 2 knights coming out. Both of them talking about like moving forward, action forward. And like I said, this could be the promise of messages. You might have been waiting, might have been waiting. The situation might have been like something that you've dealt with for such a long time, and you've been asking for answers or resolutions or solutions to this story, to this situation before, but you haven't really sort of felt the answer. You haven't really seen a clear direction on how to move away from it, or how to move into a better feeling state, a better feeling mind, a better feeling emotional state, like just, but here it is. The answer is now coming in, and it's not like it hasn't come in before, but it's probably the fact that you are just now paying attention. You're willing to pay attention in a completely different, it's like a different ball game. It's like you've decided that, okay, I'm going to really listen this time. Like I'm asking for this, and I'm really going to pay attention. And I keep saying this, but I don't think that the other way around. I think that most people do get the sense of the guidance. You do get the hint or the signal or the push or the nudge or the whisper or whatever, or the slap in the face, on which direction to go. I do feel like most of us get those signals, signs, that guidance. But what is tough is to really trust that guidance and trust that it is there for the highest good for you and your new path, that it is for you to follow. It is something to follow, and to really trust in that can sometimes be a little bit tough. But there's something here about you've decided, Scorpio, that this time around, I'm gonna follow what I feel. I'm gonna follow what I feel. And the promise of, so like I said, it's not like the heavens just gave up on you. We've been sending Scorpio so many signals and synchronicities. It's silly, so we're just gonna drop them now. So you're not our client anymore, Scorpio. We're like done with you. That's us. That's people doing that. That's our judging. If you don't do what I say, or I've done this long enough, I just don't do it anymore. The heavens or the universe doesn't have that. There's no clock here. So the moment that you're in a position, the moment that you're stationing yourself in a frequency that matches what's being sent to you, you're going to hear it, and you're going to trust it, and you're going to follow it. And here the message is, the message is coming in. The signals, the nudges, the symbolism, it is really strongly there for you. Night, night. Night, night. And then, so we have the light card, and I'm actually going to read from the book there. You know the light card, but it's always lovely to hear it again and again to remind you. This card reassures you that this is your time to be in the light. No matter what's happening around you, prosperity and bliss are promised. The qualities of this brilliant card are pleasure, happiness, contentment, growth, success, joy, and illumination. The light always brings forth new birth, a constant new birth. Fertility. The light always brings forth new birth, a constant renewal of life. This is one of the best, if not the most positive cards in the deck, and it's yours. This is now your moment to shine. The radiance from within will be there for all to see. As people become attracted to the rays of your spiritual light, and by being compassionate, generous, inspiring, and a leader, many will benefit as they feel the warmth emanating from you. Be discerning, but also be open to whatever or whomever you're attracting, for your rays reach far and wide. The light card reminds you that because of its power, nothing remains in the dark. And there's the moon, like the play off with the moon. The light and the dark in a way. nothing remains in the dark. Through its illumination, truths and certain paths before you begin to emerge. Truths and certain paths before you begin to emerge, and can be surely seen. Using the energy of positive thoughts and continually thinking about the happiest and most joyful of memories will light the path before you even more brightly and attract exactly what you're emanating. Keep on shining. And the traditional tarot archetype is the sun. So you hear it. It's yours. It's here. You're changing this. You're coming into the light right now, and the answer is here. The energy is here. The movement forward, the action forward is here. So there's a promise of light. And you know, when you decided, like, I'm going to listen this time, the more open you become, the less of a mystery the guidance is. Does that make sense? You know, when you start on this spiritual path or a very awakened path, or like you really want to have a contact with your spirit team, I find anyway that, like, from the very beginning, it's like, why is it so mysterious? Why is it so, like, I have to really figure out what this means, or like, or could it mean something different? You know, when it's like up in the air, really what it means, or what something is trying to tell you, that is not a clear-cut, crystallized, like, bah, here it is. But as you become more and more aware, as you become more and more awake and more open and willing to really, really hear the answers, no matter what the answer is, it's not even so much a suggestion or nudge anymore. It's becoming very clear. It's like the path is becoming very clear to you. The hint, the signals, the signs is like, it's not in question. You don't have to question this one bit. We also have the fertility card there. We're also already talking about birth. Like, there's always renewal and birth when the light card shows up. Like, you're just emanating this beautiful. If you don't feel that just yet, if you're right there right now, like, don't give up. Do not give up, because here is the switch. Here is the change. The month of September is a promise to you. Not because you're down and out and you can continue to complain about things and you continue to say things are just not going to get better, because then it really will continue to be quite tough. But because we see the difference here in you, you have really asked for this. You've asked for this guidance, and you sort of said, I'm going to listen this time. There's a change in you. You're asking in a different capacity right now, and therefore there is going to be a change. And you might have felt like, oh, well, I've asked this before, and, you know, I felt the change, but then it really wasn't. It can just be that you have, like, you're on the inner planes, you have moved forward a little bit and then have moved back. And then you have moved forward a little bit again and then moved back. And so the reality around you is sort of going to catch up to that. There is going to be a feeling of moving forward and then moving back. But this time it's a go. It's light. We have 2 nights and a light here. And fertility is all about the promise of creating new. 3 is creation, manifestation, and celebration. And whether this is literally a baby for someone, if you've been waiting to get pregnant for forever, or maybe you have had several miscarriages, or like it's just not been working out for you on your path of having a baby, however that has looked for you, that this time, like, you're going to get pregnant and it's going to stick this time. Or this time, there's a promise of a child that you're going to get it to adopt, and that child is actually going to show up. There's no cancellation across the board here. And for anyone else, I understand that not every that every Scorpio is about to adopt a child or have a child, but there's the promise of new fertility. Like, there's opportunities. The soil is fertile. The universe is fertile. You are fertile. This is the moment to really go for it, to really make that change. Some additional wrapping up the reading here from the angels, please. What do you have for Scorpio here? I love this. So we have Akasha, and I'm always drawn to say that that is like the Akashic records, like your blueprint going back into really, really authentically who you are. And it's saying you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life's mission. And then we have Fiona. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So there it is again, like you probably have asked before and maybe felt even like, I ask to these things up there in the heaven, are they really there? Like, do you really get this help? Is it just only in my mind? Like mistrusting a little bit? But this is now sort of coming out again as a validation. Like now that you ask the angels for help, be open to receive. It's not like I said, it's not like it's not there. It's constantly being broadcast to you. But where are you that you can hear it and receive it and allow it in? Well, right now with open arms, you seem to be right there. You seem to be willing to really listen and pay attention and allow it in this time. And I love that it says, you deserve heaven's help. You deserve it. You deserve the best, Scorpio. That's what I have for you. I hope that's uplifting and inspirational. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want a private reading with me, you're so welcome. Just read about it in the description box down below. If not, I'm so grateful for you being here, watching these videos. Please subscribe to the channel. Completely no attachment for you. No, it's completely free. Also give it a thumbs up if you like this video. It really helps me a lot. Thank you guys.